Sweat is your body's built-in cooling system, essential for survival. Whether you're sprinting toward the finish line, tackling a hot yoga class, or chasing prey under the blazing sun, as our ancestors did, sweating keeps you from overheating. This often overlooked biological marvel works tirelessly during exercise, stress, or even spicy meals, safeguarding your health and performance. Let's dive into the science behind this vital process and why it's truly worth appreciating. Why do we sweat? Sweating serves as the body's natural cooling system, and honestly, where would we be without it? Imagine running a marathon or even a brisk jog in 90-degree weather without a cooling mechanism. It wouldn't end well. This automatic response prevents overheating and maintains optimal body temperature, allowing you to push your limits without your internal circuits frying. Whether you're jogging, dancing, or simply walking on a hot day, your muscles demand more energy as you move. This triggers an internal chain reaction that culminates in sweat production, a heroic effort by your body to keep you safe. Exercise, in particular, causes your muscles to work harder, increasing their energy requirements. This energy is supplied by a process called cellular respiration, where glucose and oxygen combine to produce adenosine triphosphate, the primary energy currency of cells. Think of adenosine triphosphate as the fuel in your car, essential for everything from revving your engine to turning on the ACA your sweat glands. Cellular respiration primarily occurs in mitochondria, often dubbed the powerhouses of cells. While adenosine triphosphate production fuels your movements, it also generates heat as a byproduct, and we're not talking a cozy campfire kind of heat. We're talking your oven is on high heat. As this heat accumulates, your body's internal temperature rises, activating specialized sensors called thermoreceptors. These sensors send signals to the hypothalamus, a small but critical structure in the brain responsible for regulating body temperature. Upon receiving these signals, the hypothalamus hits the cool down button, initiating the sweating process to keep you from turning into a human barbecue. How sweat is made. Sweat originates in tiny structures called sweat glands, which are distributed across your body. These glands are particularly concentrated on your palms, soles, and forehead. If you've ever shaken hands and felt like you just high-fived a wet fish, you can blame these prolific glands. The sweat production process begins when the hypothalamus sends signals through the sympathetic nervous system, instructing sweat glands to get to work like tiny elves in a workshop. At the base of each sweat gland, a coiled structure absorbs fluid from surrounding cells. This fluid contains high levels of sodium and chloride ions. These ions are actively pumped into a hollow tube within the gland, creating a salty environment. Water then moves into the tube via osmosis to balance the concentration difference. It's like your body's version of making a salty margarita, only less tasty. The resulting mixture, known as the primary secretion, begins its journey upward through the gland's duct. As the fluid travels, cells lining the tube reclaim much of the salt to conserve these precious ions. By the time sweat reaches the surface of your skin, it's mostly water, along with trace amounts of electrolytes. This is why your sweat doesn't taste like ocean water, but still has that slight zing. When sweat evaporates, it absorbs heat from your body, effectively cooling you down through a process known as evaporative cooling. It's like nature's version of air conditioning, and thankfully, it doesn't run up your electricity bill. The evolutionary advantage of sweating. Humans' ability to sweat is a remarkable evolutionary adaptation. Unlike many animals, which rely on panting or other methods to dissipate heat, humans developed a sophisticated sweating mechanism to support endurance activities. While other species were busy sunbathing or hiding in the shade, our ancestors were outpacing prey in the heat of the day, thanks to their advanced cooling systems. This ability likely gave our ancestors an edge during long hunts or migrations under the scorching sun, enabling them to remain active without overheating. In short, sweating is the reason you're here today reading this, so give it a round of applause, and maybe a towel. More than just exercise. Other triggers for sweating. Number 1. Spicy foods. Have you ever felt sweat trickle down your face after eating a particularly spicy dish? It's as if your body is saying, "Why did you do this to me?" This reaction occurs because certain compounds, like capsaicin in chili peppers, trick your brain into thinking your body is overheating. Capsaicin binds to receptors that usually respond to heat, triggering the same neural pathways that activate sweating. As a result, your body tries to cool itself down, even though there's no actual increase in temperature. It's like your body got pranked by a chili pepper, and now you're paying the price one bead of sweat at a time. Number 2. Stress-induced sweating. Sweating is also part of the fight or flight response, an instinctive reaction to stressful situations. Whether you're interviewing for a job or asking someone on a date, your body releases adrenaline, a hormone that prepares you for action. Adrenaline increases heart rate, stimulates muscle activity, and dilates blood vessels, all of which generate heat and prompt the hypothalamus to activate sweat glands. Essentially, your body thinks you're about to battle a saber-toothed tiger, even if you're just nervously sipping coffee. Interestingly, stress-induced sweat is different from exercise-induced sweat. The former primarily comes from apocrine glands, which are found in areas like the armpits. This type of sweat contains proteins and lipids, which can interact with bacteria on the skin, leading to body odor. So next time you're stress sweating through a presentation, remember, your body is just trying to help, in its own slightly smelly way. Number 3. Fever and illness. When you're sick, sweating often accompanies a fever. This happens because your body's immune system raises its core temperature to create an inhospitable environment for pathogens. As the fever breaks, your hypothalamus detects the drop in temperature and triggers sweating to help you cool down. It's like your body's version of a steam cleaning session, flushing out toxins and giving you a fresh start. Just don't forget to hydrate. You're going to need it. The role of rehydration. Sweating, while crucial, depletes your body of water and electrolytes. This is why rehydration is essential after intense physical activity or excessive sweating. Drinking water replenishes lost fluids, while sports drinks can help restore electrolytes like sodium and potassium, which are critical for muscle function and hydration. Think of it as recharging your internal battery, because nobody likes running on empty. Ignoring hydration needs can lead to dehydration, characterized by symptoms such as fatigue, dizziness, and muscle cramps. In severe cases, it can impair performance and even pose serious health risks. So, the next time you're drenched in sweat after a workout, grab a water bottle and toast to your hard-working sweat glands. Disorders related to sweating. Sweating, though vital for regulating body temperature, can sometimes go awry, leading to conditions like hyperhidrosis, excessive sweating, and anhidrosis, inability to sweat, both of which can significantly impact quality of life. Hyperhidrosis often affects the palms, soles, or underarms, causing excessive perspiration even when cooling isn't required, while anhidrosis impairs the body's ability to sweat, risking overheating during physical activity or in hot conditions. Both disorders, stemming from overactive sweat glands, underlying medical issues, or other factors, are treatable with approaches such as medications, lifestyle adjustments, botulinum toxin injections, or surgery, offering effective solutions for those affected. Cultural and social aspects of sweating. Sweating, despite being a universal physiological process, carries cultural and social connotations. In some societies, excessive sweating is stigmatized, leading to the development of products like antiperspirants and deodorants. However, in contexts like saunas or sweat lodges, sweating is celebrated as a means of detoxification and relaxation. It's a reminder that sometimes it's okay to let the sweat flow, just maybe not during a job interview. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed diving into the science of sweat with us, why not keep the momentum going? Hit that like button to show some love. Subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights, and don't forget to share this video with your friends, because who doesn't need a little sweat appreciation in their lives? Let's stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of our incredible bodies together.